thing.
Hey, it's Steveo here, so hopefully you can all hear me. Me and Clutch were just talking about how broke we really are. I mean, our gas tank is half full on this John Deere, and there is like no way to pay for it right now. So if you see that, we're negative 28,000. It's early in the morning, so we figured what better to do than stare at our new field that made us broke, and let's tillage. We need to plow it up so we can plant it here soon. How you been, Clutch?
Oh, I'm keeping alive, man.
Yep.
Just seeing our bank account dwindle so quickly. It's gonna be I don't know yet. We're gonna see how we're gonna make money back here. This is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we are really broke. So I'm gonna get this old John Deere started up, and hopefully we won't run out of gas because yeah, that won't be good. But we live a far ways away from the reset point too, so that ain't gonna help us. So, all right,
No,
what did you plan on
like
doing?
a trailer or something. I don't know. We don't have any kind of fuel trailer, do we? We got nothing that can move fuel around, so that's gonna be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, the truck doesn't have a fuel tank on it, so yeah, we are definitely broke, but hopefully somehow a miracle will happen. We'll get enough for seed and gas to get this new field planted.
Hopefully. Either that or maybe some of the mods on FSN could put that loan through that we put a request on. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice too. So we are broke. I don't know how the Grant Corporation does it, but they have a lot of equipment and they don't seem as broke as us.
Oh man, yeah, I think they must know the cheats. That's all. I'm blaming it on the cheats.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna get in this tractor. Were you gonna do something today, Clutch?
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the farm. I'm gonna see if I can. Did you want to bring the? I can bring the cedar down here if you want to, with that John Deere planter at least. If you wanted to do some planting afterwards, I don't know how much time it's gonna take, but.
All right. Yep. All right.
All right.
Thanks. All right. Later. Hello. Hey, Crankbait Jones. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we are tilling our new field here. If you didn't know, we purchased this one field. We did. Basically, this field made us really broke. So if you see our funds, so we're about negative 50,000 in our FSN account. So it's a little bit confusing, I know. So you have a bank account in FSN, and you have a bank account in-game here. So in-game and FSN, we are low broke. But we are playing the global market, so we are selling some grain. It just taken a long time for that to turn over. So I just love our beautiful field we purchased here. So it's right next to the riverbed. This is the one field that Grant didn't get to take from us. He took the field right next to our house. Where did I get the Alice Chalmers 4W at? Oh, leaving a little bit there. I don't know where I got that at, to be honest. I can't remember. I think I got it off a Facebook group site, but Old School Addicts, I think, but I'm not positive at that. Most of my stuff, I get it off of group sites on Facebook. You just have to get, and you'll see when a lot of people post on there, so especially the older equipment. We're gonna do a couple rounds on the exterior of our field here before we start cutting back and forth. Good luck, fellas. Good as fields. We'll eventually make some money back. Yeah, I think last year we really just didn't have the amount of tillage fields, and we had a hard time getting them all planted and everything, so we didn't have the amount of crops as, let's say, Grant did that purchased a field. our FSN count wasn't really set up correctly at first either, so that kind of hurt us. That water, I'm doing schoolwork. Schoolwork on a Sunday, huh? That's no fun. Jack Poland. Sub. Hello. That's cool. Let's Play series there. So, as you see, this is a pretty big field. It does need actually chiseled or plowed, whatever you want to call it. How do I get FSN? So FSN account, if you see down in the description, it'll link you to the actual FSN website, and you basically sign up. You start out as a helper at first, just to make sure that you're whitelisted, I think they call it, and then you're whitelisted only for a short amount of time, and then sooner or later you'll be able to have your own farm, your own team, or whatever you want to. So we own basically to this water line here to the river over there. So pretty big field. So this field will definitely help us, because a lot of our other fields really weren't big on acreage, as in 4x map acreage, let's just say that. So we have this field to take care of. I did go and check Grant's field, and my snow drifts are still there, at least a little bit. So don't worry, you'll still be able to get into his field. He might just have to hop over them, plow through them, one of the two. Looks like Clutch brought the truck here for me. Nice of him.
Yeah, just coming to hang out for a sec, bud.
All right. Dylan, I don't know exactly if that mod is public or not. That mod, to be honest, has a little bit of issues to it, so I need to fix the lights on it. The lights don't, they're kind of weird. They project an image at night, so yeah, a lot of my mods, I kind of hide the issues and the errors on them, so I wouldn't recommend having that. I'm definitely not going to use it again until I fix that building, but it is really nice building. I really like it how you can place stuff. Basically, it's still, you can place stuff on the floor of it, so. Clutch is over here checking out our new field. How did I get Squad Farms channel? So Grant found me and asked me to post on it. So that's basically how it went. So there is Clutch, our beautiful Ford right there. How do you make mods? That's a loaded question right there. So mods making and building or editing, or however you want to call it, is definitely a challenging thing to do. So it's one of them things where you slowly learn it. So I am not a modder by any means, so not a modder, not even close to one. How many fields do we have? Let's check it out here quick. So we were checking out contracts just to see if we can do a contract. So we have this field 68 right here. We just did the first lap around there, and now as you can see, we need to, I'm gonna check to see if we need a, oh, we don't need alignment. Yeah,
Sweet. I like that.
Congratulations. Yeah. Sweet. We do have to lime one of our fields. Our pasture field needs lime. And it looks like field 61. So this whole area right here, this block, I guess we could do it this way. This is ours. So we just basically created all them fields. 61 was our only real field prior to it. And then because we don't have cattle, at least yet, we don't have them, we plowed in our pasture land. If we ever do, we could always plant grass there. Yep. So them are our two fields. We did bid on field 59 just because it was so close to our house. But then somebody at the last minute swooped in and put a couple grand higher bid right above us. So I'm not gonna. Yeah. So that's why I plowed big snow drifts in front of his entryways there. So
I'm gonna actually try to see if we can do some of these contracts. I'll see if we get any luck on those. I'm not sure. I mean, we got those gravity cards that we're gonna have to use for that. I don't know how legal that is, but we're gonna give that a shot.
Are you gonna use the little blue, or are you gonna use the truck?
I might use the truck.
Yeah, I would probably recommend the truck. Little blue, a little unpowered for them big old gravity wagons.
Yeah, a little bit. It'll do the job, but I don't want to hit any hills and be stuck with it. That'd be kind of embarrassing.
How long did it take to get off the whitelist? So, to be honest, we were asked by Han, one of the creators of FSN, to do this, so we didn't have to wait on the whitelist very long. So this FSN site that we and Clutch are on is just for creators. That's why Spencer TV, Austin, Jake, Buck, a whole bunch of other ones, Grant, of course, the squad, are on here, and we're basically competing against each other. I think there's a grand prize. I'm not for sure. I think squad put up a prize for the winner. But right now, obviously, me and Clutch ain't too worried about that because we're pretty far from winning. So. Egan, you're from Iowa? It's good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind living in Iowa one day, so. Just about. I'm pretty close to basically moving away from South Carolina, so. I don't know if, so I have a question. Is anybody still like listed to go back to school? Finish out the year after a few weeks? I don't know if everyone's just stopped school, homeschool just permanently, or certain people still, their schools are still saying they might come back. So this is a chisel, so this isn't technically a ripper, so this is like an old school chisel. I think this is a John Deere 1600, they call this. So this was kind of edited, so this is more realistic chisel because it takes the in-game mod was kind of unrealistic because it said you only need 100 horse for it, which is when you're chiseling about 8 inches deep or whatever, it takes quite a bit of horsepower. So this was edited, so I think it takes 250, 200, something like that. Hey Justin Reisner, your teacher in Michigan, you might go back? Yeah, I heard the teachers still have to go in to school, or can you telework all your school projects at home? I don't know I know I'm supposed to be teleworking, but to be honest, my job is harder to telework than just being at work. I'd much rather just be at work, because teleworking I get called like all the time. I'm never get to sleep. You're going back to school 1 May? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I wonder, you know, they say this is supposed to die off during flu season, so I'm hoping. So, I mean, there's a lot of information about this bad virus out there, but I know they say it's supposed to, the heat, hot weather is supposed to kill it off too, so thank goodness I live in South Carolina where it gets 120 in the summertime, so. Mom is a para and does telework for child development and stuff. That's cool. Yeah. I'm curious, does people that have never teleworked before, do they actually like it, or would they rather be at work? Me personally, I'd rather be at work, because it seems like I never get any off time when I telework. Teleworking is basically working from a laptop or calling people or whatever. Like teachers, they would basically set up school projects from home to do teleworking, where you Skype or whatever, a conference call. Like for us, that's basically what it means. It's like I have telecoms all the time, FaceTime, I have to organize, do all my schedules and all that stuff, so it's teleworking from home. So you're doing your normal job that you did at the office or in a factory or whatever at home. Some people just can't do it because hands-on and stuff like that, but other people can. I'm really disappointed we didn't get the guidance steering on this tractor, because I would definitely be using it right now. But we didn't get it.
We had it on that one.
Well, I think it says, yeah, pretty sure. What is it? Control S?
I don't remember. I've modified my controls and I never use it anymore, but I could have swore that one has it on my display when I bring it up.
Yeah, I think it's when it has a dash through it. It's not loaded.
Oh, okay. I could have swore it was on that track, because I know it's not on the New Holland, but I always see it pop up on that one.
I don't know. Maybe I thought it was Control S to bring up the controls, but
that's what I thought it was too, to be honest. But I don't get it on my F1 tips either.
How long? I don't know. I mean, so the thing with me and Clutch figured out is this: when you're farming an FSN, it's a lot of work and effort to keep your farm up. So that's why I'm streaming this. So I had to do this anyway. So I figured some of you guys might like it. So I'm gonna plan on trying to get this field done. So I don't know if I'm gonna get much else done. So, and I keep leaving strips on this field. How many acres? So my dad owned a kind of a hobby farm. So he owned, I think, 180 acres, and then but he had a feedlot, he had a cow-calf operation, he had a whole bunch of stuff. So I worked for my dad a lot, and then I worked for other farmers when I was growing up. So my other farmers, they would have, I think the biggest farm I worked on had close to 3,000 acres, and it was all irrigated land, so it was all mostly corn, a little bit of wheat, but almost all he hardly owned any dry land. So back in the day, I used to have to cultivate all summer long. It was the thing. I was in the tractor all summer long, staring at a tire, making sure it's going down in between the rows. We are, right now we are chiseling in our new field, so it needs plowed, or basically the ground broken up so it can be planted right away. Love cows? Yeah, I love cows, especially in real life, but cows are a lot of work in real life. That's why a lot of farmers, after they basically get big enough to work without them, they get rid of their cow-calf operation. Cows are definitely no joke. Staying up at night trying to make sure you check your cow calves or your mamas giving babies, and then staying up at night so you can catch the dew just right so you can bale up your alfalfa is not an easy life, that's for sure. Cow calves, yeah, they're definitely hard. So at one point in time we had 1,500 head on the farm, but that was taken care of. So we ran yearlings for feedlots that didn't have the room to basically put the cattle in their lots, so we would run them on corn stalks. So 1,500 head of yearlings is a pain. Yearlings are dumb and they're wild, so we constantly had them. They're constantly getting out, we had to constantly move them because it was such a big group where it was a lot of work, let's just say that. So, but it was enjoyable. It's fun chasing yearlings on a four-wheeler, because especially when you're a young kid, you definitely have to have young kidneys if you're chasing yearlings on a four-wheeler, because running a four-wheeler in the field will freaking shock your kidneys to beyond belief. What's up, Jeremy? Do I haul any cattle? No, not really. So other than we never hauled, so we basically put them on the roadway to move them in between their fields. So we would, my dad used to always have a couple bales of alfalfa. He would get the head of yearlings headed to the direction we wanted to go, and then we had four-wheelers on either side to basically hopefully get them to go down the road without going into random farmers' fields. But every single time they would take off running like they knew where they were going, so then you had to run up in front of them and turn the whole herd around back to the roadway. That was back in the day. That's when I almost killed myself on a four-wheeler, running across a wheat field trying to turn a head of cattle. All of a sudden I see the head of cattle disappear in front of me, It took me a split second to realize what just happened, and then by that time it was too late. I hit the other side of a big, like, wobbly, basically a big riverway or canal through the center of the field. Smacked the other side of that with the four-wheeler, and I skidded across the top of that in the dirt for probably a good 20 feet or so. Thank goodness I was young, because I just got up, scraped it off, kept going. How many acres is in this field? I don't know if we can really see that or not. Can we see that?
I don't think you can see it anywhere from what I'm aware of either.
Yeah, I don't think we can. I don't know if there's somewhere online where we can check to see the actual acreage. I think he did actually post it, but I don't know.
I think it's posted with the auction from what I remember.
Yeah.
You know what? I can probably look right while you're doing that. I could find out since everyone wants to know. Hang on a sec here. Let's see if I can figure that out.
We also have Clutch on here, just in case anybody's wondering what that random voice was.
Just a random dude.
Do you like New Hollands? I like Little Blue. Little Blue is a nice tractor. So
that was a pretty good buy. That was pretty cheap for us. I'm pretty happy with that thing.
Yep. Good little tractor. We can't really use it for a lot of farm work other than just fertilizing, but hopefully.
I'm actually using it right now. I have to use it to pick up pallets. It's pallets, not grain I'm grabbing. So.
Yeah, that's pallets, huh? That's not fun.
Yeah. That's okay. I'll bring. I got the truck with a flatbed, and I put a little blue up on the flatbed, so I should be able to take it all in one trip.
It'd be nice if we could have like some big paying contracts. Maybe we need to pay attention to that.
Yeah, I have to watch that. I think you might be right. What field is that again? There it is. Field 59. No, we're on field
68.
Oh, it didn't show. It doesn't show.
Oh,
field
man.
68. Yeah, it doesn't show on this one. It's funny. The ones that.
Actually, I think.
Show.
Can you check that? The for sale. I think it says it where we purchased it.
Like the ones, if you can go into the description of the field itself, where it says to see more information when you place a bid, it will tell you the acreage size there. But since we don't have access to that window anymore, because it's the auction's closed, we don't have, you can't click into it.
That's unfortunate.
But down south, field 11, which is probably fairly comparable. It's roughly, it might be a little bit bigger, is 55 acres. So I would guess we're probably around the 45 acre mark would be my rough guess.
That's not bad. Hey, thank you, Timmy Jones. Appreciate that. Repoing. I don't usually do repoing vids, so that's Grant does it every once in a while, so. Speaking of Grant, he just posted one of his him and Chow videos. He hasn't done one of them in a while. Just doing a little bit of outside the cab action here so you guys can see. So, wait, it's not all inside the cab. Hey, all the way from Pennsylvania. Ooh, South Africa. Is South Africa locked down too yet, or are they still open? What YouTube farmers do I follow? So I follow, of course, Welker Farms, Millennial Farmer, just like everyone else does. One of my odd ones I do follow is Brian's farming videos. I really like his stuff. So It just reminds me because that was his similar farm, his similar how it all they act in the family and everything is how it was when I was growing up. So, and he's pretty entertaining guy. You got people like what is his name? He has an old uncle that helps him out, and I can't think of his name right now, but good little family farm there. And they don't just all drive John Deeres like everyone else seems to do. Trenton, you're from Nebraska? That's where I grew up. Yes, I have pulled calves at midnight. I've actually gotten stumpled by a mother at midnight, so I was just trying to tag an ear on a calf and I lost sight of the mother, and mother plowed me over. Luckily so when mothers kind of do it, they kind of throw their neck or their head, and all she did was basically threw me on the other side of the four-wheeler, which just shocked me because I wasn't expecting her to do it. But gotta watch out when you're tagging your new mother's calves, and you definitely have to get that tag in that ear right away, because them calves, after they get like a day or two old, man, they're almost impossible to catch. But yeah, I pulled a few calves at midnight, so we always got rid of a bull if we'd have to pull a lot of calves, but pulling calves is not fun. But we'd either get rid of the mother or get rid of the bull, so we didn't pull a lot of our calves. So pulling calves is not a fun experience, so had to basically get them into the barn too, especially when it's cold in the middle of Nebraska. Yep. I just love it when you actually can find the mother that's about ready to calve and actually get them in the barn before they calve. That's always enjoyable. Doing it the other way around isn't fun. Laying calf. You hate calving? I never really minded too much, to be honest, so I didn't like branding day, so.
Really? Branding was the best day ever.
No, I hated that smell, and my dad always made, I had to be the one that chopped off everyone's nuts, so.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
I was usually involved with that, but I was more usually the holder to get them down the trough and into the lock pen.
Yeah, that was like the worst job though, because they always kick you right in the shin. Shin kicker.
Yeah, we had a pretty decent locking pen for it. It wasn't a problem for us. I remember it was a pretty organized setup we had on the farm back when I was younger.
My dad was cheap. He used to make us manhandle it, so two of us would basically catch a calf, rope them down, and then they had two groups. And then so many branders, so many brand people that gave medicine, antibiotics, and that type of stuff. And then
how many head of cattle are we talking about there?
So we used to only have 80 cow calf, but us and the neighbors that owned like over 100, and then a few other neighbors that own, we'd all help each other out. So
yep, nice. Okay.
We basically a whole bunch of ranchers.
The average was around 350, somewhere in that range. So
yeah, that's a lot of head. You do it all in one day?
It was usually a one day, but we'd have like 20 people out there to do it, right? So it was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's a lot of head.
Yeah, it was a good day. That was a lot of fun usually.
Colin, you watch Cole the Cornstarch? That's a new name for him. I watch Cole the Cornstar, but not for Cole the Cornstar. I watch it for Daddy Cornstar. I think he's hilarious. How farms work? I used to watch that a lot, to be honest, so I don't watch it as much anymore. So, it's still a good YouTube channel. They basically started all the farming YouTube, one of the big group movement. What map are we playing on? So this is Medicine Creek. Thank you, Owen Witters.
Oh no, I can't strap the seed down.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna be fun.
Yep. Somebody else watches Cole the Cornstalk? Do I make money? Yeah, so most people make money on YouTube, at least a little bit, but I'm sure it's not as much money as what you guys think we make. Do I have any red paint on the farm? No, primarily I don't have red paint on the farm because of the tractor selection, so there was better green paint selection on the server, so the only real tractor wasn't really for this area. So beans, we are in, where's Medicine Creek, Missouri? It's in Missouri, I think. Yeah, so they didn't have any American style magnums or anything like that, so on the server. Yeah, so we got trends, and we got, this is just a front wheel assist. We don't have forward duals on this, and primarily it's just because we don't have the money right now. So we got this tractor pretty cheap, so forward duals I think is another 15,000 that we don't have. So we actually bid on 2 fields. Grant undercut us on 1 field, so he undercut us on the field right next to our house. But it's a good thing he actually did, because we would really be broke if he wouldn't have, so.
To say the least.
Yep, so the only bad thing about it is, yeah, we're gonna have to make some more money so we can bid on some more fields, but I'm definitely gonna have to need some helpers on the farm or the team if we're gonna bid on more fields, because it takes a lot of work. So what am I at? I don't even think I'm a third of the way done with this field yet, so.
On your map, do you see anything listed as North Farm?
I think North Farm is our farm.
Is it? Okay. It's not showing up as a name, and I'm supposed to deliver this to North Farm, is all I've been told.
There's some red mark on our farm. What is that for?
Oh, I bet you that's... Yeah, that's where I got to deliver it to. You are spot on, my friend. I've got little blue trying to weigh down these pallets of seed because I can't strap them to our trailer.
That's weird. That's unfortunate they don't let you do that.
Yeah, I'll say. Believe me, I know. I gotta drive across the map with these things floating around on my flat deck.
Case is better than that deer. So I actually drove both Case Magnums. So I grew up younger. It's always Case Magnums, and I worked for a farmer in high school that had John Deere. So to be honest, they're pretty much similar. There's not a lot of difference. They both have their strong suits. They both have their issues, let's just say. But for in this server right here, I would say John Deere in this game definitely has better tractors selection. So favorite truck brand? So I would say right now it's a GMC, but I've owned Dodges, I've owned a Ford, so I'm not brand loyal by any means. So every time it's time to go out and buy a truck, it's either the best deal I can find, or after I test drive them, the one I like the most. Hey, John's the Gamer 16. How's it going? Hello, Farm Boy, sorry, 912. You're new. Yep, Farm Sim is definitely addicting. Did Grant and them? I don't know. I did kind of tease Grant on messaging with my thumbnail I made of just for him, but no. I don't know if he actually has seen it in game yet, so trust me, he is not annoyed by any means, so he knows just as well as we do that he can easily get around it. We should have just put a random humongous pile in the middle of the field so they'd have to plow around it. But Kubota, we don't, to be honest, there isn't many Kubota tractors, so that anybody's made, even mods. It would be kind of nice to have a little like Americanized Kubota tractor.
I only know of one. I think I had one for one playthrough at one point in time, but yeah, there's not a lot out there, you're right.
It would be nice if they, I know we have a small one, kind of a small mowing tractor or chore tractor, but it would be nice because I know they make like good medium-sized tractors too. That wouldn't be bad. Just be something different to play with. Did I serve in Iraq? Yeah, a few times. Yes, I've drove an 8R, and I've drove, in real life, I've drove a 4020. Never drove a 7R, though. Raiden, you can make a Kubota? Yeah, a Kubota would be a nice... I think if a modder did one, it would definitely be something no one else has done, so... Yeah, Giants doesn't have a Kubota license, do they? Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, they don't have one, so it couldn't be for the consoles, but it'd be for the PCs, yeah. Why am I plowing, not cultivating? Because one, we have to plow this field, so we have to chisel it up. And two, we don't even have the money for a cultivator.
That hurts to say.
Yeah.
So...
True story there. Fairly big field. When you and Clutch get a Challenger? Yeah, we don't have a Challenger right now, so I think there isn't a Challenger. We don't have one on the server, do we?
I don't think so. I didn't notice off the top of my head. I can double check for you right now, though. Let's see. Large tractors. Yeah, there's a couple. Well, the base game ones, of course, right? That's about it, though.
Oh,
no modded ones.
Oh, yeah. I guess there is base games. I keep forgetting. I was thinking of the Fint. The 1000 series.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I don't think the Challenger version is in the server, so it's not a bad tractor. I kind of like how the wheels look on them, especially if who did one? Custom Modding did one, I think.
It's funny, the large mod tractors we currently have available to us are really, you're either looking at, for the most part, John Deere, or you're looking at New Holland, for the most part.
Yeah. It's really hard for me because of the mod selection. I'm used to having like everything possible, and now I have just a few hit or miss mods.
Yeah, it's pretty minimal on the server, but I guess just to try to allow it to be accessible to the most amount of people, I guess they had to.
Yeah, it's understandable because everyone plays with the same mods, so they have mods throughout all these servers. So I was talking to Han, he was saying he was growing, so we're growing it to even bigger because they have 4,000 people waiting for basically to join, so they're getting more servers. So I think they're growing from, what do you say, 300 to 400 servers or something like that. Definitely a lot of work that they do.
It's pretty cool, but it's just crazy the amount of work it takes.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty demanding. I wouldn't mind it. The improvements I would make is add a few more days to the season, just so it's not like so demanding to get on here and do it, because anytime you're playing on a server, if somebody's on, they're playing or doing work on the farm, they're basically, it's moving the days further and further. So when you're playing on just 3-day seasons, it's pretty hard to get everything done and planted on time. But hopefully we'll get these planted. And hey, Clutch, do you know what we want to plant on this field?
I have not even thought about that, to be honest with you. I would say something low yield. Maybe canola or soybeans again, one or the other.
Yeah. I don't know if yeah, one of the two would probably be smart. I don't know if we can double crop all of our fields on time, so yeah, that would be a lot of work getting all of our fields double cropped from basically winter crop to what tractor? So I am running a 8320R. This is a 2011 8320R. This is JHHG's new 8R he just put out. Thank you, Luke. Ranch modding. Hey, Steveo, you guys have a problem with one of the members on FSN? I don't think so. Not that I know of. Do I like this tractor? Yeah, it's a really good-looking mod. I mean, inside the texture, the feel, it's so realistic. You even got a radio in here, like a CB. You can move around like the seat, put up that, you can put down this armrest, if I can hit it right. We can raise the steering wheel like in real life. Do that when you have the GPS running. We can open up the hood while we're going down the field like a boss. Change the screen selection around. I think you can turn the seats if I can hit it right. Thought you could turn it. Maybe it doesn't let you when you're driving. Doesn't let you turn, but it's a pretty nice mod. It's got IC controls basically, so I don't think it has passenger script on it. I don't even think we even have that mod in here, to be honest.
I didn't see it.
So you gotta have, I think, universal passenger mod to be able to ride around in a tractor with somebody. But I know that edit to mods isn't the easiest to do, so a lot of modders don't put it in. Corn Cob needs a shout out. Patty Allen, I love your vids. I think, didn't Grant say that RD Allen was supposed to be taking over Jake's and Austin's farm?
I hadn't heard, to be honest.
I think him and Farm Boy were going to take over their farm.
I could see that. I know there's some delays getting stuff going there, so we need to get some new people in here, sure.
Can you do a millennial farmer on FSN? Technically, I am millennial, so we are millennial farmers. So I don't think we're the favorite millennial farmers, though. But I don't think Millennial Farmers map is out yet, right? It's not out yet. Yeah, it's been delayed a lot. So it was supposed to be out months and months ago, but I heard some rumors, so I know for one, the grain bin setup is going to be more interactive, so you actually have to select the grain bin that you need to pull from or load and everything, so it seems like it's going to be one of the maps with a whole bunch of new, like, realism in it, so that'd be kind of nice, but right now, we're still waiting for that map to come out. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that map to come out. Do you like it when your camera is in the cab? Yeah. So I kind of like doing in-cab work. That's my favorite. So let's just it annoys me when modders, you can always tell the modders that don't do any in-cab work. So if you ever like, if you're doing a YouTube site, this is what I see a lot of people do. They instantaneously zoom out. So to me that kills the realism. Definitely keep it zoomed in. I know it's like you just want to do that when you get out of the cab and you want to always zoom way out, but no one wants to see a little itty bitty speck of a tractor running across a big old field. They want to see you zoom in, get it nice and close. So just a little tip. So I think it was honestly Grant back in the day told me that. What is my favorite semi? Back on our farms we always had freight shakers, but they were never running that great. But I like Peterbilts. But I mean, all them trucks out there, they really, you can almost get the same motor for every single one, so it's not too big a deal when it comes to semis. You can basically have about the same semi no matter what you buy. I like this sound when I zoom in and out. Yeah, it does kind of sound, it almost sounds like a tractor running by you. What engine? Cummins is always a good one. The old International engines, I forget what the series was. That was an all reliable engine for us. Can't remember. So the other tractor on our farm, Little Blue's the T6, right?
Yep.
Yeah. We have a New Holland. We call it Little Blue, so it is a T6 180, I believe, with a loader. So basically, that was the only tractor we could afford. It's a good little tractor. It runs the fertilizer spreader barely. So Little Blue is shorter than our fertilizer spreader. Let's just say that. It's a good little tractor. I kind of like New Hollands, so if you don't know, New Hollands is basically the same thing as a Case, so there's not much. They're made by the same people. What kind of tractor is this? This is a John Deere 8320R. So, good tractor, has enough horsepower to pull our planter, pull this, so we are about, what, I think I'm about halfway done with this field, so this is not a small field, that's by any means. I think this plot of land is about the same amount of land as what our farm is located on, so farmyard. A lot of that's taken up in like buildings, house, grain bins, all that stuff. Squad had a T4 in the series and also called it Little Blue. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I didn't really copy them. I thought it was a Little Blue tractor, so kind of like the name of it. Like Spurs? I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's a YouTube group. Never watched them before. You like Ford semis? Yeah, I like. So they do have a pretty good modded Ford semi. Ford 9000 series. Definitely a lot of options. I always like mods that I can customize, so it's one of the best things they did, and that came in FS19, right? Customization of mods. I don't know if Clutch is still there or not.
Yeah, I'm still here.
That's 19, right?
There was some that came in 17 as well, wasn't there? Must have been.
Maybe it came in 17, where you can customize your vehicles before buying.
I am struggling trying to find the drop-off location for these 4 pallets. I cannot figure out where it is.
Let's see. Yeah, you look like you're right on it, according to my map. I guess probably take out all the other notifications, see where you're standing at.
Well, I can find one, there's one spot where I get like 25 or 50%, but I can't seem to get all 4 pallets into that spot.
That's annoying.
On many levels. Especially when we don't have the lift heavy things mod on.
Yeah. Do I like Squad? So I kind of have to like Squad because technically he's my boss. I look good in a green tractor? Yeah, I like green. I think green's my color. I think anybody would look good in a John Deere. I think anybody would look good in... How much we pay for this tractor? A $250,000 tractor? Do I like the FSN better or worse than the 80 series? So, to be honest, the amount of mods we had in the 80 series was nice, but I like how FSN controls us more. We can't just go out and purchase anything or everything, so it's definitely more challenging, which is nice. So it's definitely demanding and challenging all at the same, but it's kind of hard for creators because we have to get views and no one wants to watch the same thing over and over again. So the bad thing about it is FSN kind of almost forces you to do the same thing over and over again, so that's the only thing bad about it.
A bit of grinding going on, but it's good.
Yeah.
Transport finished. Okay. Where did I get?
FS15? Did customization of tractors come in 15? Oh, that's what came in 19, where you could see it in shop. Customization. That's where it came. Because in 17 you could customize it, but you'd have to purchase it to see it.
Somewhat familiar.
Yeah.
It's been such a long time now.
I think either in 19, I believe, you can actually see your customization in shop, but I don't know. You play it long enough, kind of all runs together.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. What do you like better, the 7R or the 8R? Usually 8Rs, just because for the amount of farm work, you usually have to have an 8R because of the weight. So 7R is, you can kind of get away with a lot of farm tillage, but that's why John Deere has like the same amount of horsepower and like the 8R and all that stuff, because you kind of need that extra weight for pulling power. Ranch modding, tell Clutch. Clutch just stepped away for a few moments, so I don't know. I'll have to ask him once he gets back. Yeah, I just posted a video, so I have a video coming out. First time I ever attempted to build a city. So on my other series, that's actually on the same map, I built a city, or farm town, farm community, whatever you want to call it. Right over, so that if you can watch it, you can see it. It's right over in this area, field 26, and actually I think it's built all in field 26. So I built a big, is it? Maybe it's built over here, field 25. Yeah, field 25. So I just didn't like how this map didn't have a city already built into it, so I decided to build my own. Farm boy, yeah, hey farm boy. Yeah, it'd be nice to see you on this server. Guys might want to hurry that process up because it's springtime. The fields are just warmed up enough to do some tillage. Dad likes your channel. Hey, tell him hi. Yeah, I grew up in case tractors, so all the white cases used to have back in the day, and one of my favorite tractors, personally, just because of the memories, is 7140. Do you wish FSN had longer seasons? Yes, I kind of wish it had the longer seasons, especially for us. So the only thing bad about like FSN, it's fun doing like interactive videos with other YouTubers, especially while they're on here. But when you're so busy, you're just trying to keep up with your own farm, it kind of prevents that, which is okay, I guess, but it would just be nicer if they'd have like servers that had quick seasons, servers that had longer seasons, and we can kind of design it to everyone's liking. That would be alright, but just something minor I would change. What happened to Nebraska series? So, to be honest, we, as creators, we just have to make changes. So you can't just keep doing the same thing. I really like the Nebraska series we were doing, but we decided to change it to another map. So, just weren't getting the same amount of views as what we started out with, so we decided to change it. Grandpa had 2 Alice Charmers on the farm, and they also had 2 Farmalls, I would take, as well. Yep, we used to have Farmalls. My dad used to tell me stories of all the Farmalls. A brown case? Yep. I drove some brown cases in the past. Forget the old, they were old loader tractors. Man, what were the numbers on them? Forget what they were. They're pretty good tractors. I mean, they were used every single day and always started up. Very simple though. Can I do a time lapse? I just came out with a time lapse, to be honest, so. I have a time-lapse city build I just posted like a little bit ago. what is the biggest issue on this map? So the one issue I'm having, I don't know if it's because of a mod, so not on this server, but on another map, the same map, but a different, like, role play, is I'm having a lighting issue where it freezes my game for, like, randomly for a split second, which I can edit out of the video, but it's really annoying trying to play through it. So I'll just be running a tractor or doing something, or even like walking, and my game will all of a sudden freeze, you know, freeze for like 10 seconds. And it'll come back, but it's really hard, like, keeping track and keeping when I'm trying to talk and everything. So it's a little bit annoying, but and there's other issues with the map, like the bale size and all that stuff, which there is changes you can do to that. But so this map came out with a lot of new, like, features and items and textures. It has like everything possible that was in another map is in this map. The only issue with that brings a lot, it takes a lot to get all the airs loaded, basically worked out of the map. So that's one of the reasons why the map is still a work in progress. So I believe the full edition hasn't been released yet, so it's still, I think, a beta technically. So they have some new updates which kind of help some of the errors and everything, but because this is such a for Farming Simulator 19 map, it just takes a while for the modders to work through all them issues, or map creators. Why sometimes are the tractors so dirty? So a lot of the thing with this tractor being so dirty is one of the issues is when you have a map with like a mud texture on it, it kind of gets the tractor more dirty too. So like that, of course, I've been basically chiseling this whole field, so it would be kind of dirty even in real life, but probably not that dirty. That's a cool story. Gaming for life. Sorry about your grandpa passing away, but John Deere farmer back in the 2000s. He passed away. It's unfortunate. Yep, that's the problem America is facing. A lot of the old farmers are they're retiring, leaving the farm. Time for the young millennials to take over. This is field 68 that we're on. So we own this field. As you can see, it's a pretty good chunk of land, about the same as our land over here. So 68, just down the road from us. Field 59 here is one Grant bought at the last minute. Grant owns a lot of land. He owns this field, the southern farmyard basically, and he owns 16 down here. So he had to create a lot of fields down 16. That has a lot of tree growth in it, or forest areas, so he has a lot of little fields around that area. But I'm kind of happy with field 68. Pretty big. Let's see what we have. Maybe, hopefully, 2/3 of the field done.
Alright, I'm back.
Clutch is back. Hey, there was a few, somebody asked, do you know, I don't know if I say his name right, Gojo Dam or something? How do you say his name?
DJ Gohan? Yeah,
oh, DJ. Yeah. Yeah, he knows him. Is he from the States or is he foreign?
He is Virginia, I believe, off the top of my head.
Oh, I didn't know that. Anybody in chat grow peanuts? No, never grew peanuts, that's for sure. The best thing about FSN is I think all the options you can do on the actual network. So you can basically, a lot of it's controlled, so you can start a farm, work for another farmer or something, but the money you make and everything is what you can spend, so. Oh. I lost connection to the game, huh? What? Did you get kicked out, Clutch?
That's a negative.
I don't know what just happened. That's weird.
Is it North Carolina he's from? I thought it was Virginia for some reason. I'm thinking of somebody else. You're right.
Let's see if I can start back up here.
Your voice actually went a little bit pixelated on my through Discord as well there, so I wonder if some internet issues were happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't lose connection, supposedly. No. We'll see.
Still live on my screen, so yeah, everything's staying live.
Sorry about that.
I got server somehow.
I got disconnected from the server, so I don't know how that exactly happened. So, kind of happens from time to time in game. I don't know why I got disconnected in game.
Eric, I won't be doing anything until I'm probably gonna do a stream later tonight, which is 8:30 Mountain Time is usually my stream time, unless I can get the kids to bed earlier.
Getting back on here.
Nice. Slowly but surely.
Yep. I wonder if this is our field that we see at the start. No, this isn't our field. At the start of this map. The map creator definitely did a good job in this whole riverway on this map. Definitely pretty cool.
I really like the look of this map. I wish there was just like a somewhere of like a town site somewhere. That's the only thing this map is missing for me.
I just posted a video, like just posted, of me creating a town on this map.
Oh really? Nice.
Yeah.
I'll have to go take a look at that. Thanks, Hunter. Hunter, you got it right. I'm out of Alberta, whoever was asking. Oh, darn it. I went, stop. Just when your sync stopped, my truck was flying around a corner and I almost went right off road.
Oh, we can go check out Grant's farm here. Let's see if he puts all his equipment away. Oh, what does he have? He has an 8530. Really? Man, he has two 30 series. He has an 8530. And then he has... So he has F450 flatbed here. I do like his 8130 here. This front loader. That's a good tractor right there.
Where is he getting his money from?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure this 30 series John Deere isn't too much cheaper than ours, but it's a pretty nice John Deere. And then I think he has... Yeah, he owns a harvester too. Yeah, so he has this 9860 STS. That's no joke there. How'd he get the money for that? In a case planner.
Yeah, and all the fields he's got. I don't know how they're getting the money for this. I'm a little confused.
I'm confused. Like, did somebody give him too long? Oh, he has more equipment over here. Let's go see what he has. Tell you what. Did like Austin give him all his money or what?
Yeah, maybe.
He has a J&M, just like ours, wagons, and then he has a McDon head.
Oh man, he's got that massive case planner too. That's crazy.
Yeah, he got a lot of stuff here. Pretty nice setup. How does he hold his grain? I don't see an auger anywhere. Did he put it into his grain bins? I don't know how he held his grain. Maybe he just shipped it directly to the markets. I don't know.
Maybe.
All right, let's get back to farming here.
DJ, I don't think would be interested. I think someone's asked him. I don't think he's shown much interest in it.
I know a few more YouTubers are coming. Like I think RD Allen. I did see him post like his company he works for closed down, so he just definitely got some more time on his hand recently. Now you got the Green Star running and then planting corn. Where are you planting corn at? Right now? It's pretty early. We never did plant corn this early, to be honest. Oh, his STS and seed drill are leased.
Oh, are they?
I don't... That's got to be pretty expensive, leasing.
And then holding on to them the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually had to lease our harvester, but it kind of hurt us because one of the harvester, it said STS doesn't really, I think they call that field contour, so it doesn't float on the field, and it would basically, with that McDon head, it was jamming it into the ground, so we actually had to lease 2 harvesters, but at least we know that for next time. We might have to, I know there's an update to that STS. I need to ask Han if he wants to load it. RD Allen, yeah, RD Allen's been playing Farm Sim for a while, that's for sure. South Georgia, we're planting corn and it is late for us. Yeah, it probably is late. I know a few of the farmers around here in South Carolina are starting to plant, but to be honest, there's not a lot of fields around where I live, so. I am not from Iowa. Grant is from Iowa, so I actually, right now, I'm stationed in South Carolina. Yeah, let's do a like spike. It's a good idea. Make sure you always never forget to like your favorite YouTubers. It helps them grow, helps their channel get spread across more. It helps move that channel to more viewers too. So if the video gets more likes, means it gets pushed out to more people as a possible video selection. Oh, Stephen Richardson lives in South Carolina with me. Yep. I see a lot of farmers definitely getting their equipment ready, so you're probably definitely right at that. Comments about the best friend. Yeah, I'll have to later on. I'll have to scroll through all my comments. I don't want to do it right now. Jake, yeah, Jake's from Iowa. Yep. Jake lives, I think, a few hours away from Grant. Thank you for everyone that liked my video, by the way. Appreciate that. Thomas is from Maine. Is it still cold there in Maine? What's the temperature currently like up there? It's supposed to get to 90 today. Clutch, how cold is it up there in Canada?
It was -3 degrees Celsius this morning.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure it was 60 degrees this morning when I went fishing. Don't worry, I kept my social distance, but I did go fishing.
Hey, Spencer TV's in the chat. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Spencer TV? Oh, I didn't know that was you that caused that sink. It's no issue. I actually had to sink back in because for some reason I dropped out.
Oh, there he is right
Oh
there.
yeah, that's why I guess sinking right now. I thought he meant earlier. Spencer TV is coming in. He definitely has a lot of fields he has to work too. Do I play Sea of Thieves? Nope. Never heard of that. I don't know. I remember my favorite Assassin's Creed was the one that you could go around on boats. That was by far the best Assassin's Creed. If it's anything like that, I would probably like that game. Northern Alberta has 2 foot of snow. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. We still got a couple inches here, but it melted this past week.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Where is the 4440 open station? It's off one of the old school farming groups Facebook site. I don't know which one though. Odyssey. I think that was, yeah, that was that Assassin's Creed called Odyssey. I believe it was. To me, that was one of the funnest Assassin's Creed out there. A lot of the Assassin's Creed kind of got basically where they were all the same, but that was definitely one that was a little different. .85 degrees here in eastern Tennessee, so you're just right above me. Yeah, it's supposed to get 90 here in South Carolina. This morning I went fishing early. Caught a few fatties out there. That was enjoyable. My wife caught a few too.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah. Caught, I think the biggest one we caught was a 6-pound bass, so it was a pretty good day. I caught them the best way. Cranking. I love cranking for bass. It's almost as fun as top water, but cranking for bass is fun just because it's action. Pirates Creed. Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah, I played on, I think it was Assassin's Creed game where you go around on pirates' boats and you attack them. Yeah, the old school farming group, I think. You can find the 4440. I think somebody just posted it there or something. Oops, kind of got turned around right there. Oh yeah, Spencer TV. It was the Black Flag. It was the Assassin's Creed game. I wouldn't mind playing that still. That was by far one of the best games I've played, in my opinion. Of course,
I think I played an Assassin's Creed since like the second one, to be honest. I can't remember what the name of them were anymore. I think the second one was the last one I played.
If you haven't played, like, if you still like that type of game, I think it's Black Flag. It's by far. You basically
I'm kind of sucked into that new Doom game that came out. Man, that brings back some old memories.
Oh yeah. Doom game was fun too.
Yeah, the new one is it's pretty funny. It's good. It brings back the old school vibe for sure.
I don't really even get any time, to be honest, to play any games. So.
I know the feeling. I just happened to have it, and I was like, oh man, I gotta try this again. It's been so long. It's good. It's fun. It's good shooting, destruction, fun.
Yep. There's a few games out there I wish I could play. Can you try Sea of Thieves? I don't know. Do you have to purchase that game? I don't know if I'll have enough time to even pay for that purchase, so. That's the thing about YouTube, it's very time consuming. Hello, Zach.
Hey Zach, what's going on, man?
What is your favorite type of farm to run in FS? I like dairy farm, to be honest, so I think that's the best. Before YouTube and all that, that's used to be what I'd play, so I'd like to hard start a farm and build it up. That was my favorite thing to do. Red Dead Redemption. So I played the first Red Dead Redemption. I liked it. It was pretty fun. How much do I make? That's kind of a loaded question, to be honest. So YouTube is hit or miss. So depends on your views and how much your CPM, is that what it's called? I think so.
Yeah, you got it. And that's all over the map right now with everything that's going on, so.
Yeah, it's trust me, you would think a lot of YouTubers, now that everyone has nothing to do really, that quarantine or whatever is making money. I highly doubt it for the most part. So
maybe later on tonight, Zach. My usual times is later on in the day, in the evenings.
got almost this field done, so.
Well, I've managed to make a few grand doing some contracts, so we're getting something there at least.
Yeah, maybe sooner or later we can actually pay for gas. What do we have?
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The problem is I'm using gas in the Ford right now, which is another problem. We got 3/4 of a tank.
We got just over a quarter tank in here.
Having this flatbed and Little Blue has actually helped out a lot because we can run these contracts with, it's all pallet contracts for the most part. So it's working out okay, but it's a lot of work for a couple grand. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, we definitely need to take like a big moneymaker contract.
There doesn't seem to be any. I don't know what.
I wonder if they have them off, or you would think that.
I wonder if it just comes with the time of season.
Maybe. I know. Did you see that we can tab into that 9RT down there now?
I can't.
You can't?
I can't. No.
Oh, I can tab into it. Maybe we can start using that. I don't think we're supposed to.
That far, maybe?
I think you're supposed to be able to, because that's like for contracts or whatever.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because all the other farms are purchased by the FSN network, right? So there's no other. That's why the contracts aren't showing up for tilling any of those farms or for planting or anything like that. So that's one of the problems we're running into. Oh, it's a sharp corner.
Maybe. Oh yeah, I guess you are right. So all them fields are. But
yeah, they're technically owned, so
I think
the only real contracts out there are transportation contracts, which pay okay, but it's not great.
I think honestly, I don't know if our site is set up right, because I don't ever see any contracts for our map. So
you might be right. I have no idea.
I don't know if they're just not doing that, but it would be kind of fun because I see like all types of other contracts, like snow plowing snow, hauling grain, all that type of stuff. So it would be, I don't know if they're just not doing it for this map, but it would be kind of cool if they set up contracts where we could make some few extra money on this map. But
yeah, I know that our server's set up a little bit differently. I've got a friend who's just set up as a whitelisted contractor right now, and he doesn't even see our server on anything.
Yeah, it's a little different. Like, that's what the reasons why we didn't even know, like, the field Spencer TV purchased was for sale, because our network site wasn't set up correctly or something. I don't know, but
yeah, that would have been a nice one to get our hands on. Yeah. It's like right beside our farm. Spencer, you jerk.
Yeah. Spencer and Squad, definitely. They're farming right next door to us.
We should we do a private sale, maybe a trade? No, we've already planted, never mind.
Yeah.
We'll be quiet now.
One convenient portion of that is Grant has no idea how long it's going to take him to haul his equipment way up to that farm field.
No, you're right, he doesn't.
Maybe
he'll be able to work to get him up there.
Maybe we can sweeten a deal. He can use our equipment. Yeah, and we can use his harvester. The only problem about it, I don't know if, like, there's enough time between us two to get all these fields done with one harvester.
Yeah, we'll see. It might be.
Maybe he could pay us to, like, custom farm it.
Give him a percentage of the sale of whatever we get off of it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
Kind of like lease the field to us for a couple years.
Yeah. Of course, I think he has Austin helping him out, so he has more people than anybody, so he should be able to farm it. Man, this field, I did not know this field was this big. This field is quite, well, we've been plowing for almost an hour and a half straight, so.
How much fuel you got left in that tractor?
Just over a quarter tank.
Oh, okay, you haven't gone through that much then.
You ever notice on FarmSim there's a cheat for fuel?
No.
You can reset your tractor, and then it will give you a little bit of fuel.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Because when it first came out, when Farmhand first came out, it actually used to take the fuel away from you, didn't it? You used to reset? That's what I remember happening.
Yeah. So now it gives you a little bit, so... And actually, every time you load, if your tractor's empty, and you reload up the game, it'll give you a little bit of fuel.
I didn't know that.
I figured that out because when we were farming on the Nebraska series, I had like my old gleaner harvester was completely out of fuel in the field. And I didn't even have like a tank trailer to go fill it up, and I just got back on the game, and all of a sudden my harvester had a little, like, it was probably an eighth of the tank in it. I was like, oh cool, I can drive it home now. How much longer? I think I'll finish this field, chiseling this field, so I think I got maybe 10 more minutes left. Maybe 15.
You're not going to plant that today? What?
Yeah, well, I gotta leave something for you. I might lime it before I take off, but because liming's such a great experience with little blue.
You have to come steal the little blue from me.
Oh yeah, you're still using it for contracting?
Yeah, I'm still running some contracts, trying to get as much as we can from this. It's close to being out of debt, but we've still got a ways to go.
Yeah. I'm making a mess of this field. A whole bunch of little strips everywhere. Oh well.
Now that I've kind of figured out where the drop-off locations are for a couple of the farms, it's getting a little bit easier, but...
Yeah. Hey Steveo, do you need a clown? No, I think we're good. Clowns kind of scare me, to be honest, so... I'm good right now, let's just say that. Yep, this is Medicine Creek map. So I think there is a few servers up now. I don't think we're the only Medicine Creek.
I think there's at least one other one I know of.
Your buddy on here that's whitelisted, we should recruit him onto our team.
I've already spoken with him. He's willing to help us out for sure.
That's good. Jessica Brown. So our loan, I can't change over because I'm live streaming right now to show you our FSN account, but I believe we still have a loan in game, and we also have a loan on the network. So $1 million loan.
Yeah, I think we're at 800,000 for the network loan.
Yeah, so we have 800,000 on network loan, and then we have in-game loan. So we are in debt. We're extremely in debt.
Can someone send us some gas money?
Yeah. Can somebody loan us some gas money in game? Like, maybe we could just drive down to Spencer TV and, let us fill up the tank.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, so when you join FSN, you start out being whitelisted, and that's basically for a short amount of period. And then, I don't know what they call you after that. What is it called after that, whitelisted?
I don't know the term, what they call it. I thought if you're trying to get whitelisted, I think you're whitelisted once you're past that part. like I think we're whitelisted now. I don't know what it is if you're just contractor, but there's like you become.
Oh.
You can just access the backside of the site for a while, and then once you pass that, you become a contractor. And then I don't know what progress you get until you actually get a farm. It takes quite a while though. It's not just something that happens overnight. You expect to be like several weeks right now.
Yeah. I know that they're trying to get more servers up because there's a big influx. It's pretty cool because you can it's definitely a growing community, and it makes Farm Sim a strategy game. So it already is kind of a strategy game, but that's probably the best thing about FSN. They bring a lot to the strategy. Like me and Clutch figured out that like the import-export markets is definitely a strategy. I messed that up majorly, but
I don't think so. I think it worked out. It's just going to take some time to get through it all, that's all.
Yeah. So we definitely have a lot of soybeans still to sell, so.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why we are so broke, because we haven't had any influx of money, basically, so.
We're darn good at spending it, though.
Yeah. We are good at spending money, that's for sure. But, problem is we got to make the money, the moolah. This big field though, this will definitely get us a lot. If we could double crop this would be huge for us. So it's possible. Maybe we should plant canola on here so we can double crop it. Or
sounds like a bad idea to me.
Maybe have a chance to double crop, because canola's winter crop, right?
I'd have to look. I can't remember what would be the best one for the amount of time. Yeah, I don't know.
And I know Missouri isn't really much canola is grown, but I'm pretty sure they have the capability to grow it. Because if you can grow it in like places like Montana, I'm pretty sure you can grow it. And
yeah, we got canola up here too, so.
In Missouri, it's not common, let's just say that.
And the nice thing is that field's quite a ways from our farm, so having a lower yield crop is always beneficial since we don't have close by, since you're going to be making lots of trips probably, right? If you had wheat or barley where you're making tons of trips. So.
Well, the good thing is if we plant this in canola, then we'll have, for after this year, we'll have soybeans, hopefully, we'll have wheat, we'll have oats in canola to play the markets, so I think that'll help out. So we'll have a lot of different crops. Right now all we have is just soybeans, so we got a big bin set up, but it's way down the road from us, so
yeah, it's a good track to get back to the farm from that field.
Yeah. Just about done with this field, finally.
Nice.
Have I heard of SnowRunner? No, I haven't heard. I've seen like short videos of it, but I never played it. So I guess, yeah, I've heard of it. Wish I could join FSN. Don't have a PC. I thought I'd get a PC. I have no internet to get it. And that's unfortunate. Yeah, it does. You do have to have a PC, and you have to have a fairly good internet connection. I don't know exactly what this server really takes, but what was your months when deployed? So, in Iraq and Afghanistan. So, when was I deployed? Oh, that's hard to remember. There's a few times. So I was deployed in 2002, 2004, 2005, 6. My most recent deployment was to Qatar. That was kind of nice. So. Sorry,
Ray. Right now, aren't you, Steveo?
Yeah, I'm still in right now.
Nice.
Do you wish I... Yeah, basically I'm full-time military, so I don't get a lot of time to stream. So, just what it is. And yeah, you can join our community if you, you got to join FSN though. And then me and Clutch will probably have to talk to you just to ask you some questions, just to find out if you're a good fit to the team. And then I think we can have 2 helpers at all. We are like the primary teammates, and then we can have 2 helpers at any time. So I don't know if that's just 2 helpers period or 2 helpers at a time. So don't know exactly all the rules. So I know we can have 2 other teammates or helpers or whatever on our team. That's why, like, Austin can help out Grant. What's the first general order? I can't say that online, so. General order number 1 is no longer in effect in a deployed environment anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Tell me how to get a Ford truck in game. First you have to have a PC, because Giants doesn't own that contract. Do you like Dodge trucks? Yeah, I used to own a Dodge. I don't currently own a Dodge though. So I traded in my 06 Dodge Ram Night Runner Edition for 2015 GMC half-ton crew cab, and then I recently traded in that crew cab for 2018 GMC. I like my old Dodge. My wife made me get rid of it because of the airbag issue in it. If you don't know, Dodge used to kill people all the time with the airbags employing, because they'd shoot out sharp objects while the airbag deployed. Yeah.
What year model were those?
So I know what happened in 06 were affected, like mine. So mine was a split year actually. So it was made halfway through the model year, and it had, I mean, it wasn't a lot, but basically there was something built into the airbag that would explode, and it was, airbags come out with such a hard force, it was, that could possibly cut your throat or something like that, which was killing these people. So
I had an 01 and I've got a 2011 right now, but that's funny.
Yeah, so I don't think you're affected, but
I must have dodged. I dodged it.
Yep, you dodged it with a Dodge, but so they had a recall for it all. What they don't say with that whole recall, like, is they didn't have that, like, the actual recall products or the parts. They recalled my truck like 5 years ago, and it's still, when I sold it, they still didn't have the products in hand. So
jeez,
that whole recall with trucks and all that stuff or companies is a fraud or a sham. It's kind of like when all the Volkswagen Jettas got recalled. I don't think some of them are still fixed, so. Yeah, I have a Discord site. That's what me and Clutch are on right now. Do I have mods for PS4? No, I don't play on PS4, so no mods. I started out playing on Farming Simulator on PS4 though. Have I heard of Civil Air Patrol? Yep. The hangar I work out of, or I'm in charge of really, has Civil Air Patrol equipment in it. So I deal with them every once in a while. We are on the last pass of this field. So other than all the little bits I missed, this field is chiseled up. So let's just say about 90% of it. There's a lot. There's definitely 2% of little bits and pieces. I don't have guidance there, so you'll have to forgive me. But I think I'm gonna cut off the stream here. Thank you for all joining me for this exciting time of chiseling our new field. But I'll catch you all later. See you guys.
Hey, folks.
Girls.